So this is actually an unboxing. We didn't unbox it. The rain and then the dry tried to, as you can see. Deluxe pool maintenance kit. This is Walmart?
Yes.
Walmart? Well, it's Intex. Whatever.
Well, it's from the Walmart site.
We have been having some issues with cloud.
Fog, cloud.
Now, right now, clearly somebody, pool lady, hasn't been skimming the top. We can see we have some Japanese beetles coming on over here. See it right there?
Yeah.
Like crazy. But we have the Ybot 2000 Max, whatever it's called, right? And it does a good job getting bigger debris off the bottom. But that fog stuff, that
just poof,
cloudy, whatever, just does not. It just gets pushed out the back, you know. It's whatever. Doesn't do the trick. So that's how we unbox around here, right? So
it came as a kit, so
cool.
we have like 3 of those now.
We got extras. Yeah, extras. Extra, and nobody uses them. I swear, camera lady / pool lady has been derelict on her duties. She looks guilty, folks. And or mad at me for what? I'm calling you out. That's what it is. So all these little bitty attachments, scrubby brush attachment, the hose is supposed to hook up, I guess, to the inlet here. I don't know if it will. Let's see. I'm skeptical because we've just had lousy luck / we suck at finding things, pardon my French, that actually work with our stuff, you know? Okay, how does this work, camera lady?
Well, there's the instructions.
I know there's the instructions, but you were supposed to have done reading already.
I don't think that would go there.
Sure. And then no. Is it backwards? Oh, this goes. See, you don't need instructions. You put this on here. No, that's not it either. Where is the one that we want? The one that sucks the cloud off the bottom. There's the one. Got one for the hose and one for the pole. Here we go. I guess if the cloud stuff's too small to go through, it'll go right through this. It's supposed to go through the filter, right, babe?
Yeah, because there's the...
Yeah, because it pulls it through with the back. That's what I mean, babe. That's what I mean. Okay. Is this the right side? What's the other side look like? They look the same. There, see? It goes over that. Maybe. There. You just shove it all the way on there. And then you need some kind of a, I guess you take your pick. Nope. You use this one. Nope. Well, what the heck do you put on the end of this? So I found it, and it just clicks into place, and then you go to something else. Maybe this one, if you want this style. We don't need the scrubber. All we're trying to do is grab the daggone cloud, right, babe? Okay. Oh, I swear I do this just to entertain her.
Sure you do.
Do you have the dual screen on so they can see your reaction? It's hilarious. No. So you toss that in. And then here's the thing. You're going to need to get all the air out of this. Otherwise, you're going to get air in the pump, and that's no good for the pump. So I guess you need to sink this thing, and then make sure. Are you going to get up and be a camera lady?
I'm just rolling my eyes and trying to figure out what you're trying to do.
What do you mean, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to flood this long hose. Remember the last time we did this with the other one that we tried to make?
The one that's over there?
The one that's over there, yeah. And it's flooded, which is good. But
it takes 5 people to use it.
2. You exaggerate all the numbers. This lady exaggerates. Oh, did you just turn that on?
No.
Is it on a timer?
Yes.
All right, so here's the other thing. how do you get this on this end? Is it with this guy? Oh my goodness, it sure is. What, are you looking over there? Are you looking over here? You are. She's shaking off, isn't she? She's shaking the camera. I need to give you that tripod. All right, so yeah, that's nice. And then what I guess I could do is just use the pump to pull the air out. And then on that basket, whoops, on the back, you got on the basket, you can crack the top open to let the air out, I think. I think that's how it's supposed to work. So we'll try to let the thing and the stuff do the things and the stuff. Come on. So I'm trying not to cross thread this right now. You can't see because the camera lady doesn't like to move. She could go over like here or over there.
And get bitten by the mosquitoes.
Well, why aren't you wearing any clothes? I swear, this woman's naked. I'm kidding. She's not. She's not. Well, I'm done now. She's not naked either. She's just not, I mean, did you put on some bug repellent? This is why I wear socks up to my knees. It helps. It really does.
That's not your fashion statement?
Well, I am very fashionable, as you can see. But they get me on the back of the knees. All right. Now that you're up there, I gotta turn it on. All right. Here comes the air. All this air. There ain't no suction because all the air. Hey, you thought I was crazy. I ain't crazy. Entirely. At least we get a little more reach now. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, look at that. What'd they say, 18 feet?
Maybe.
Well, it's an 18 diameter pool. So, I mean, that gets you more than halfway across. There's still air. So obviously it won't work. We got a crack right here. Because this thing just dangles. You got a crack. So that's great. It'll be sucking air no matter what. Need to set this on something. Or
I think we had like maybe.
we had it behind there, I think.
Yeah.
And all this plastic is junk, you know. Starting to get some suction, looks like.
Well, they got the zip ties right there. Maybe you can zip tie it on the.
For that.
It works, right?
Temporarily, at least. All right. So our genius, totally not redneck / white rubbish. Do we have any suction? I feel like I made this longer than we needed it to, just for demonstrative purposes. No suction. All air. See? All the air. Well, you can't see anything now, can you?
No.
Anyway, we finally got all the water out of the hose. And so we have suction. And it's doing the thing. We'll see how it goes. Maybe you'll be able to see it way over there. What do you think?
I can see the pole, but I can't really see the bottom.
And the trick is just going slow enough that you don't just scatter everything. Probably going too fast, but sure better than what we were doing. Well, that's just a few minutes of running it. Want to see what the net looks like? Huh?
Maybe.
Maybe. See if I can break my window.
That's not.
Oh gosh, yep, it definitely sucked up some bugs. I just let them back in. See that?
Mm-hmm.
That's just for a few minutes. You got enough footage there, babe? I don't want to clip like a million minutes of footage. Unless you're just looking at me because you like having a pool boy.
Anyway.
You're supposed to be the pool lady. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Digging in your lint trap?
No, I had an itch in my
She's
butt.
over there like digging up in her lint trap.
No.
Got a lot of bugs floating on the top, babe. You and the girls could have been skimming it
Yeah, we did.
yesterday and today. It wouldn't have disturbed the bottom any. So I'm not taking that excuse. I'm too busy watching your drama shows.
You mean ER?
ER and horrible shows on, what was it, Lifetime? Ugh. Terrible shows, people.
No.
You can be doing this all day tomorrow, babe. Get it all cleaned out. Right?
Yeah.
While I'm working, you can be here working. But don't pull it up out, otherwise you gotta clear the air out of the hose again. Alright, well I'm tired of this, so we'll just do that. I was just gonna show the good people my good woman skimming. Skim it, babe. Get them nasty bugs out of that pool. Well, probably don't put so much algicide in. She was saying, how do we get rid of all the foam? It'll go away. Probably used a little more than recommended. Look at that. That's a lot of foam. What? Yeah, well, that hasn't worked ever, so stop doing the same thing and expecting a different result, you crazy lady. She's so nice. Good job, woman. We'll come out tomorrow and, well, I say you'll come out tomorrow and get that fog out of there. We just put new hoses on. They were leaking like sieves. The gray. I think gray will do better than the clear. What do you think? We'll make it a little more UV resistant.
We'll see if it lasts more than 3 years.
And then she said, hey, can we put the ladder here and put a pad down? So I'm just prepping and I'm like, oh, I should make a video, because that's what I always think. I use the weed whip to clear the grass. It works pretty good. And once most of that's gone, I'll blow the rest of it out of the way and then check out what I do next. This thing is getting finicky. If you're wondering about all that growing under the pool, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. We should hit that with some weed killer though, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
going?
Yes.
And then what I like to do, just, you know, you want a level pad. Hey!
I can see you
Is
too.
the cat stealing the show again? Always with the pets around here, stealing the show. I love it. Okay, so I'm just going to take all this down to a level surface. It's just for a ladder and kids, and I'll be the heaviest thing on it, so 2 inches thick would be more than enough. I'm just going to level this up. I love this little thing. Not just for gardening. Now I'm not going to go 2 inches below that little concrete. I'm going to be pretty much level with that. Maybe just a little below. I want to be level with this. Try to hold it steady. I'll have a time lapse on this. What, right here?
No, there's a thingy.
There's a thingy? What?
Roofing nail. Never mind.
Where?
Right, follow my finger.
This?
Up, nope, up a little more.
This?
Yep.
Hey, that flattened out pretty good. Let me get a shovel and finish it off. It looks like I got 2 of these too, babe. This can go on the garage sale.
You mean the sale that's not really garaging?
We've had a few people come by. So that just kind of loosens it up for me. What are they doing?
Taking pictures.
We're making a video. Oh, they're your kids. They're goofy. I'm not goofy. They must be your kids.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, so that gets it started, and the shovel does a good job of kind of finishing it off. But you want to get most of this organic material, the grass roots, if you can get most of them at least. I'm not a concrete guy. Not a concrete guy. I've had people yell at me on YouTube for my concrete work, so this is what it is.
It's just for a step, for stairs.
It's for us. Yeah, this isn't a pay job. I'm not a pro, clearly. But you want to get the loose stuff out of there. You can see, heck, we're actually at 3 inches right there. And that's fine. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the dirt. I'll just set it here for now. And then, I guess I could just stop here, huh? I went further, but that's about as far as I'd have to go, huh?
Check with where the ladder fits.
It'd be out to here. There. Good enough. Let me get a board. Of course, I'll need a curved board for there, won't I?
Well, we had that black thingy that we were going to put on the yard sale that nobody bought.
We do, don't we? Look at that. It's trash anyway. Might as well use it. And then you were saying we can reuse our sand because we're going to replace our sand. So say, hey, let's reuse our sand too, right?
Yep. Let's see how this works.
Before we refill it. Well, it doesn't matter. It's going to have to dump out because so I got to take this whole top off to get the sand out. Well, hey, we'll see what our sand looks like after, was this 3 years?
This is our third summer with
So
it.
2.5 years. I don't know why I'm taking that out. All right, and then Phillips to loosen that, and then we'll just lift it right off. I don't have a Phillips with me. This flat tip should fit in there.
All right, go.
All right, so we're gonna see what the sand looks like after 2.5 years. might as well swap it out while we've got the pool drained down to replace the hoses. This hose and that hose are still fine, and I think it's because they're colored. The two that were to here were translucent, or the clear, and I feel like it makes the plastic brittle faster when they're clear. So I got gray.
We'll see.
And it blends in with the pool, but hopefully we'll make them last more than 2.5 years. All right. Did I loosen it enough? I don't even remember how this went together. I don't know if I have to take this all the way. Should be just enough to release the clamp. There's my cap. Maybe. Nope. Probably got to come all the way off. Push that down out of the way, I guess. And then. Ooh. Pops. Oh, yeah. That filter needs to be cleaned out, doesn't it? So let's see. Did it just twist off, I bet? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Or just hose it off.
I'll at least hose it off, but. All right. Our bluish water, yeah. Let's see. We'll probably have to just dump. Ew. A little grody, huh? Okay. I think we're gonna take this whole thing and.
You know, there was a thing right there.
Oh, haha. Little drain there. Once again, she waits till after I dump
just
it.
saw it myself. Because you turned it.
So at the winter time, yeah, you'd drain the water out so it doesn't freeze everything. We have not done that. We got lucky so far, even though we get real cold. Ugh.
Lee, leave me alone.
It hasn't killed us yet. Let's see what this looks like. Well, the sand's just gummed up in there, I'm sure. This probably isn't as easy a process as I would have thought. There's our blue chlorinated sand. That cracked. Did that just happen?
I don't know.
Maybe happened in the winter. Unless when I just tipped it, did I hit it?
I don't know. I didn't really hear anything.
Seriously, bug. And that, I don't think you can get that out. This is cracked, but I'm leaving that for sure. Because you can't get a new one in there. Oh, what do you assemble it in there? That'd be wild. Of course, the sand doesn't want to come out. You can see if I can get the sand.
That thing is pretty cracked.
Huh?
That thing is really cracked.
Yeah, I know. And I suspect water was in there when it was winter, and it just pushed it out. But I am gonna leave it. Maybe throw some tape around it. What?
That's a lot of...
Oh, that's, yeah, I mean, but I don't know how much one of those would cost. Clean it off and tape it. Sand will be around it holding it. There's some nasty dark. All right, does that look like it's about empty?
Yeah.
Take a look in there. Camera, not you, camera lady. We should probably rinse that out with the hose. What do you think? Yeah. If you wouldn't mind, babe, go ahead and turn that on. We'll rinse it out. All right, come on up. We'll rinse off the outside. And then inside there is all sandy nasty. Give it a couple of rinses, huh? First time cleaning this out. One more and that should be good. All right, we are all clean. Now, like I was saying, this probably ruptured in the winter when we left it out and the water inside expanded and burst it. I'm gonna just throw some tape around it, and then the sand will hold pressure on that tape to hold it closed. And that'll be just fine for our purposes. Hey babe, turn the water off. So we've got our recycled nasty pool sand, and we'll just use this for under our concrete. Why not? All right, there is my form of old janky edging, and I got some stones on the inside holding the forms up because it's real flimsy. Some dirt over here that I moved, put on the backside to hold it, and I got some pieces of wood over there holding it. And I am not going to pour this properly. Neither of the popular methods of doing concrete. I'm doing it wrong and wrong. So I'm not doing the best way is, of course, to actually mix it and then pour it wet.
Isn't that what we did on the front one?
We've done that a lot, and it's worked great. The other way we only tried once was a dry pour, where we poured it all dry, and then we misted it and then wet it down, and it, you know, it did okay. Yeah. We had to come back and pretty up the top later. Yeah. This is going to be a mix of the two. We're pouring it dry, wetting it, pouring more dry, wetting it, and then troweling it. But if you don't have a mixer, you don't want to rent one, you don't want to do stuff right, it doesn't have to be perfect, this will work. Alright, so another thing of note, this is fast setting. We want to get it done. Thank you. Got moisture. Uh-oh. Looks like it is still workable. Nice. Sometimes you can just drop them on hard surface and they break up. This one did. Yay. All right, so my last bag. A couple old concrete tools here. Not concrete, but whatever. All right. Oh, am I ready to go ahead and pour? Why not? Don't turn it on all the way.
All the way?
Don't turn it on all the way. That's good. Probably could have gone a little more than that, but that's fine. It's not like this is fast setting concrete or anything, right? We don't need to be hurrying. But I did say not all the way, so I guess less is more. That's a little ridiculous, but whatever. Too much water makes the concrete weak. So there, it's all wetted down. I'm sure it's dry on the inside, but I can move it around now. Kill it. So let's just grab an old school trowel. See what I mean? But I can move it around now. Fill in the little gaps in the corners, and then I'll wet it down later. I'm not putting a level on this. It's a small little section. It's better than mud. I'm going to eyeball the heck out of it. My forms aren't holding perfect anyway, so it don't really matter. See if I can get level with the existing pad. That would be nice. It doesn't have to be perfect. Do I say that too much, babe? Do I say it doesn't have to be perfect too much? Is it because I can't achieve perfection? Yeah, probably. I'm not that talented. Reason my channel name is ish on the end of it. Okay. I've got a cement mixer, but it doesn't roll real well anymore. And I'm not bringing it all the way down here from the barn for this little pad. Does that sound lazy, babe?
Sounds okay.
Oh, it's definitely lazy. Definitely. All right, you want to grab me your big favorite one there? And grab a couple of them, bring them over. My whiff is getting some of these local stones, and we're going to lay them in on the top. All right, I'm going to need water. Thank you, darling. May I have some water, please? For the concrete. A tad more than you gave me last time. Perfect. I guess the point of this, other than just recording everything I do, is to once again show you you don't need to really have exactly the right tools or be super knowledgeable to work with a little bit of concrete. It'll turn out fine. The one I did out front, the big pad out front of the house, that had like 26,000 views and a lot of likes, but also a lot of people that know concrete better than me and really were a little hateful. It's like, hey, cut it off. That's not what I'm trying. I'm not trying to be perfect. So a reminder, I'm not seeking perfection. I'm not trying to be a tutorial. Just throwing some rock down. Now, before I put the rock down, I do need it a little more workable. Just want to make sure it's mixed. Yeah, it looks pretty good. See that? That's about the consistency that I want before I lay this stone on top of it. I'm going to get a little runnier. Well, maybe. That's pretty good. I want it to stick real good. It's about right. Now, she wanted that to be the last thing they step on before going to the ladder. That'd be a little too far forward, I think. You come back just a little bit, I think. Babe, could you get me a spritz of water? Again. Give me like just 2 seconds of water. That's good. All right. It's actually a good idea to have the back of this wet first anyway. And like this. Oh, she's gone. I'm going to go this way. And I'm going to do the highly scientific thing of jumping on it to make sure it's set down in there. So I'm sure that doesn't do anything, but makes me feel better. Then I'm just going to push a little of this back up against it. There. Pushed back up against it. All right, I got to work a little faster, babe. We're running out of time here. Whoop, wait. She abandoned me again. She's too worried about that cat. All right. So we got these other rocks. We'll get them wet while we spritz this down. I have one there, one there. That might be it. We'll have one extra in case. Hey, babe.
Yes, I'm here.
I need water.
Right.
Hit it. A little more. I don't have time to. I would not have used fast set. I didn't choose it, I just had it. Alright, this is probably my last chance to put a lot of water on it without wrecking it. That's good. So I'm going to take these and just kind of throw them in where I want them. These are nice because they're kind of like anti-skid, but so is everything around here. These just rocks from around the property. Maybe this one for right here. Yeah. And this one looks kind of cool, but that's good enough as far as texture. And maybe one here. And yeah. Yeah, you know what? Grab another one.
One more.
One that's kind of clean left. With my flexible backer here. That's real nice. Oh, man. How much hate do we anticipate?
Decent amount.
Oh, it's okay.
Long as the kids like it.
Yeah.
And it's functional.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't crack up too bad. And as long as the water doesn't sit too long in any one spot. Like right here. just a little. Whew. All right, time for another spritz. I'll try to stay off the wet spots and hit just the dry spots that really needed it. Ooh, it's hard to. Really, whoa, yep. Oh, well, I'm just wetting the whole area. There. And I'll come back in a few minutes and do it again. That form's not doing much at all. Touching it less is more at this point. So while we are waiting for our concrete to dry, whoop,
There you go.
camera lady's looking at the sky. While we're waiting for that to dry, I'm gonna attend to our broken pipe because we left this out in the winter. It's got to be why it broke. Right there.
Little cracks.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna reinforce a little bit. The pressure of the sand inside will help hold it together. It's fine. It'll still do the job.
Hey guys. Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so I wrapped it up to here. That's the max line for the sand. And then there's just this, and I just wrapped it at the top. We are reinforced. The sand will help hold it together too. We already rinsed it out real good. It's clean. We need to rinse the top piece that goes in it.
Thingy.
But let's go ahead and get some sand in here, huh? Oh gosh.
Bring the heavy box over.
Oops. All right. Got our new bag of sand. This is the Mystic White 2 Premium Pool Filter Sand. Oh gosh, I'm getting too old for lifting somewhat heavy things. Try not to get it in the pipe. I don't think it's supposed to go in there. And that ought to do it. Yeah, that's about perfect. All right, just a little bit left. You know, wouldn't it have been better if I brought it over first? It's okay, I'm not going that far. Oh, what a mess. Mama, are we ever going to clean up out here?
Maybe, once we're done working.
Well, you're the pool lady. This is your domain. Which way did we have it? I don't remember. Actually, it doesn't even matter which way this goes.
I think that's where it was.
I would want the drain pointing this way, so that's good. All right. And then make sure that's centered.
Gotta rinse off.
Yes, we need to rinse this off.
I'll turn on the water.
Well, I gotta. Here, it went down on one side, and I totally missed it on the other. I need to do the right thing and pull it out and take that duct tape down a notch. I hate redoing things that I was too stupid to do right the first time. It stuck so good on it.
Need an extra set of hands.
I probably won't be able to get it back down now. Looks like it can go up in there a little bit. It might be okay. You want to hear something awesome? I was pulling up on it. This came up with it. I won't be able to get it back down, shoved down through the sand. So guess what we have to do?
Take all that sand
I think. All right, so don't forget to water your concrete. It's been about 30 minutes, so it should be pretty well set. 30-minute set concrete. Give it a good, healthy spritz. So this came up. You can't exactly shove it back through the sand, and you can't take this out unless you disassemble it. So let's try to dump our sand into this pail, and then we'll dump it back into this, because we love monkey business around here. Move your hand. At least it's easier when it's dry than when it's wet. Can you even see this low? The camera? Did you have it positioned properly? Is it 11.5?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool. Because she's a good camera lady. Most of the time.
All the time.
All the time. I mean, I do demand perfection from my free employees.
That should be fun trying to dump it in there
Boy,
without
that's a
the handle breaking.
full bucket. Oh, the handle's broken?
No, I said hopefully it doesn't break as we're pouring it back in.
Okay, well. Alright, we've got a drain facing that way again. Now we can have this positioned in the bottom again.
Will this fit over it so the sand doesn't go in there maybe? If you just dump it, it might dump into that hole.
Oh, good call. Temporary.
Yes.
I guess not even for
Yes.
this. Communication. She'll start halfway into the sentence before giving me like the subject sometimes, or like, here, put this over. It like doesn't go to temporarily.
Well, we're supposed to be on the same wavelength.
We're somewhere on the same spectrum anyway.
The same book, just not the same page.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Let's make sure the handle doesn't break.
Because that pour is perfect. Put your hands on either end of this.
Because I don't fall in.
What? No, yeah, from that side, so please it doesn't show. Good thinking, babe.
Look at that. All that sand would have went in that hole.
Well, there's no way to do it. We don't have...
The bag.
All right, that's good. Good idea, Fairy struck the camera lady, and it's a good one.
Because all that would have went in the hole.
Or just spilled out if you didn't come over and filter it here. What's the secret squirrel stuff going on?
No, she was asking about the Wi-Fi.
What about the Wi-Fi? Is it not working?
If we had a data cap like we did before is what she was asking. But she didn't want to say it loud over this.
No, I don't think we have a cap.
No.
On the internet, the AT&T, what did I call it? Egg?
Air.
Egg. I called it egg and then went, I mean...
The guy called, we couldn't figure out what he said.
All right, so that's still at a good level. I lost a little, but I'm below the max.
We still got a quarter of the bag
if
left
we needed
anyway.
more, but we don't. All right, so it's in the right spot now. Let's see if we can do it right this time. Out. In. Come on, darling.
Oh, I'm not
Just
going to go somewhere.
what? Why is it not pushing down?
There. Maybe.
I can't twist it because it's broken, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just go slow and give it a tap-a-roo, right?
Tippy tap.
So I got the duct tape on there. Some of the adhesive's probably still on there. Is it going?
Looks like it.
Looks
maybe.
like it's closing up.
Yep. Little tippy tap.
Yeah.
That's all
A
it
little at a
takes.
time.
Baby it down
Don't
there.
get aggressive. All right. Put our collar on here. Don't break the door. I don't need another project. I've got enough projects. Yeah, there. We got a garage sale going on. That's why we keep looking over there. Hey, I think we've got success on the reassembly. And also success making it look harder than it really is. Folks, it shouldn't be this hard. if you made it this hard, you're at least as smart as me.
This is the first time replacing everything. We didn't have the
Well,
instructions
yeah, even
again.
if, you know what, in 2 or 3 years, we'll probably forget how we did it again.
Well, the first time we had the instructions, so that was easy.
Well, we might still have the instructions, but that doesn't mean I'd use them.
I will.
I am just the typical guy that doesn't like using instructions. No good reason. Although sometimes they are lousy. But sometimes they're good. Put my little cappers back on here. All right, now, make sure I've got my washer in there. I'm just in the hole. Oh, camera lady, would you show them where I just put this? I'm sure they know, but if they need a reminder. Just performing our reassembly here. You could
Well, there it is.
Oh,
I couldn't see the glare.
okay, so we just, oh gosh, it was easy a second ago. Now I look like a monkey. Okay. And we're not gonna gorilla this, we will monkey it. A little bit not as, just snug. And make sure this was still snug. And this still has that there, the washer. The washer stayed on there. Pretty easy not to cross thread on these, but still make sure you don't cross thread. Snug. All right, do we have power hookup?
I took it off because
I'll go get the power hook. Well, we need to refill some more
yes,
too, don't we?
because sometime remember that one day it started on its own while it was plugged in.
Yep. All right, so we are reassembled. Everything's good. We'll refill, turn that back on to let the flow go, and should be good to go. We'll see. I know. One of these days we'll get our act together and clean up. So I poured this. We'll see how it does. If the aggregate's too loose, I've got some resurfacer I can touch it up with. Pump is running flawlessly again though. And my wife used the attached style vacuum that's out there. She said she did a bunch and she'll do more in the morning when it resettles. So right now, after she disturbs it, trying to get it off the bottom, then the pump will use that intake and wherever the vacuum happens to be to clear it out again, because it's been a few days since we did it last, because the pump was down, because the hoses were all leaking all over the place. So anyway, project done. Cleanup really needs to start at some point. Let's see. Okay, let's see how our completely wrong concrete job turned out. This is the next morning. It's hardened up. Pulling the forms off. They're terrible forms, and I'm a little worried we're going to have some crumblage on the sides. We'll just see. Yeah, right there. A little crumble there, otherwise knock that edge off. My wood block forms here. Hey, that one came off real easy. Real good. Some of these will come loose real easy. If I wanted to avoid that, which I really don't care, but if I did, I've got a resurfacer that you can put on this, but I don't know. I kind of like the rough look. I ain't trying to impress anybody anyway, but this is how it turned out. I'm going to go ahead and walk on it, on the rocks at least. Get our ladder moved over. And that's what I was hoping for. The feet would be on those rocks. And then Mama wanted that to be the last thing you step on before you get up in the pool. Little landing. Good to go. So here's the gummy,
Sludgy, foggy stuff.
nasty, sludgy junk that we're trying to suck off the bottom. Good job, baby. See if we can see that. Of course, the hose drifting in the way. Sucking all that nasty junk right up, though. Slow down. You got to go slow enough that the algae that you're pulling behind can keep up with you. Oh, that's working really well. Now, here's the problem. It's working really well right now. You got to keep the air out of the hose. So, if air gets in the hose, it gets you an air lock, and then you lose suction. So you got to pre-fill your hose and then hook up. Let's see if we can pull up this little cloud in front of her magic wand there. Just keep going slow, and look at it, just suck that right in. Yep. Very good. Yep, just clears it right up. Of course, that's kind of a task though. So once we got it clear, we got to keep it clear, proper algicides, all that good stuff. Carry on, babe. Good job.